Okay, you got it. Okay, so Melissa, anytime you need to modify, do whatever it is you need to do. We're going to do a few things on our knees, but yes, I noticed. She's ready. If we can come to our comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, hands rested in our laps or on our knees, feeling an elongated spine, shoulders are down and back. And when you're ready, just gently close your eyes. Start to come to your breath into this moment. How is your body feeling? How are you going to honor your body today? How are you going to live in the moment? Start to deepen your breath, pulling the breath into the belly. Nice, smooth, controlled breath. Matching the inhale with the exhale. Coming back to your natural breath. Setting your intention for the practice. Remembering to always pull yourself back to the moment and back to your breath. When you're ready, gently fluttering your eyes open. Dropping the hands to the side. Inhaling the arms up overhead. Make sure you pull those shoulder blades away from the ears. Exhaling the palms back down. Inhaling up overhead. Exhaling back down. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more. Inhaling. Exhaling. This time we're going to twist. So inhale up overhead. Exhale, twist right. Left hand comes to the right knee. Make sure your spine is nice and long. Taking your deep breaths here. Inhaling, lengthening the spine, and exhaling, if you feel comfortable, deepening the twist. One more breath here. Inhaling back to center, arms up overhead. Exhaling to the left. Right hand comes to left knee. Inhaling, lengthening the spine nice and long. Exhaling, deepening your twist if you feel it's right. Just wringing out the spine. One more breath here. Inhaling back to center, arms up overhead. We're gonna cactus and splay. So exhale, bring the elbows down, pinching the shoulder blades behind the back. Inhale, arms back up overhead, interlacing the fingertips, pressing the palms to the front of the mat. Pushing through the shoulder blades, rounding the spine. Inhaling up. Exhaling, cactus, so pulling those elbows down, pinching the shoulder blades. Inhaling up. Interlace the fingers, press the palms forward, exhale. Inhaling up. Exhaling. Inhaling up. Interlace the fingertips, exhaling, spread the shoulder blades. One more each way, okay? Inhaling up. Exhaling, cactus the hands, pinch the shoulder blades. Inhaling up. Exhale, interlace the fingers, spread the shoulder blades. Inhaling up. Exhaling, hands back down to the side. We're gonna come to cat-cow, placing our hands in front of us, lifting up and coming to tabletop. So our wrists are underneath our shoulders, our knees are underneath our hips, the tops of our feet are placed firmly on the mat. We're gonna inhale, round the spine, or roll the belly to the mat. Shine the heart forward and gaze up. Exhale, roll the tailbone under, press up through the shoulder blades, and the crown of the head falls towards the mat. Inhaling, roll the spine, drop the belly. Exhale, round the spine, press through the shoulders. Inhaling, drop the belly. Exhaling, round the belly. One more each way. Coming back to a neutral spine, we're going to send our right toe out behind us. Leg comes long, cross it over to the left side, and just give a nice stretch to the side. So gaze to your left toe. Gaze to your left, look at that right toe. And then coming back to center, bring that knee back down underneath the hip. Send the left foot out long, leg goes straight. Cross it over the right side. And gaze over that right shoulder towards that left foot. Coming back to center, tabletop position. Take your right hand, place it behind your head. Spine is nice and long, tuck the belly. Shoulder blade is down and back. And we're gonna reach our shoulder or our elbow down to the mat. And then we're going to come back out to neutral and up to your own comfortability, okay? So a little top torso twist down to the mat, coming back up. Down to the mat, coming back up. One more time here, down to the mat, Coming back up. Coming back to neutral spine. Place that right hand on the mat. Left hand comes behind the head. Take a nice deep breath, and as you exhale, reach that elbow down to the mat. And open up as far as you can. Down to the mat. And open as far as you can. Down to the mat. One more time. And back to neutral, hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck those toes underneath. Take your hands one hand length out. We're going to come to downward facing dog. So lift the knees, straighten the legs, send the hips up and back. Take a few deep breaths here. Try to find some comfortable feelings. One more breath here. Drop the knees, look forward, and either walk or jump to the front of your mat. Hands come to shin, and your tailbone and the crown of your head are reaching in opposite directions. So a nice flat back. Really lengthening the backs of the legs. Take a couple breaths here. One more breath. And exhale, forward fold. Let your belly hang over your thighs. Hands can come to the mat. You can shift your weight from your left heel to your right heel. Just try to relax here. Shake your head out if that feels good. We're going to come to standing reverse swan dive. So our arms come out to the side. Inhale up overhead. Exhale, palms press down the midline. We're going to do tree on our left side. So firmly plant your left leg, your left foot. Start to shift your weight to the left if you need to lift up the toes. And then place them back down from the pinky to the big toe, really grabbing your mat. Send your right foot up. So you start to put all of your weight on that left foot. Either you can kickstand your right foot, an arch will come around the ankle of your left foot, or you can place the bottom of your right foot on your calf, or you can bring it all the way up to your thigh. So we never place on the knee, never place on a joint. Ooh, today it looks like shin for me. Find something to focus on that's not moving. Let that knee open up to the right side. Inhale your arms up overhead if you like, or your hands can come to prayer hand at your heart center. Whatever feels good for you right now. Nice long spine, tucking the tailbone underneath. Don't lose your gaze on your focal point. One more deep breath here. Bring the knee in. Give it a hug if you need to, and we're going to send that leg back. Taking a nice lunge, we're going to shift that back foot to parallel to our back ridge of our mat. We're setting up for warrior two, So that means the arch of our back foot should be in line with the heel of our front foot, okay? Your front foot needs to have, your knee should have a 90-degree in it if that's as low as you can go. Back leg is nice and strong and long. Our pelvis is actually 45 degrees and our chest is open to the side, long ways. So inhaling, arms up, overhead, exhaling, pressing our palms down to a T. Make sure those shoulder blades come down and back, nice, long, and strong. Your gaze can be out over your front fingertips, your front middle finger. And don't let that knee fall in or out. Usually it falls in. Maybe you sink your hips a little bit lower. One more deep breath here. We're going to play around with some movement. So we're going to inhale our arms up overhead and straighten that front leg. Exhale, pressing the palms down, bending that front knee. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. One more, inhaling up. Exhaling down. All right. Straighten that front knee. Send all of your weight into that back hip. Press into that back hip and reach forward until you can't reach any further. And then drop that left hand to the outside shin of the left leg and bring the right hand up to the ceiling. If you have a block ready, this is a great place to put your block. Shoulders are stacked, one on top of the other. Heart is open to the right side. Few deep breaths here, really finding a nice stretch in our front leg. Pulling the thighs together, so engaging our legs. One more deep breath here. Bring that top right hand down to the mat. Bend that knee. We're going to come to our plank. So send that left foot back to meet the right. Beautiful. Gently lower down. Untuck those toes. Press up through the hands. Upward facing dog. Tuck those toes underneath. Send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Two more breaths here. Nice long line from the wrists, elbows, shoulders, hips, all in one line. Bend the knees if you need to here. Drop the knees, look forward, and either walk or jump to the front of your mat. Nice flat back, so hands come to shins. Tailbone and crown are reaching in opposite directions. Inhale, and then on your next exhale, forward fold. Let the belly hang over the thighs. You can grab opposite hands and wrists if that feels good, shaking left to right. Ragdoll if you like that. Maybe you shake your head yes and no. Really relaxing here. If you're grabbing your elbows, release your grip. We're going to reverse swan dive. So we're going to come to standing, arms swing out to the side. Inhaling, arms up overhead, pressing the palms down the midline. We're going to do that on the other side. So firmly plant your right leg, lifting the toes up if you need to, placing them down, one pinky to big, and start to lift your left leg. Now again, you can kickstand, arch of left comes around the right ankle, or to the shin, find something to stare at, to gaze upon that's not moving, or you can bring it to the thigh. Pressing the bottom of your foot and your leg together as if they were one piece. Inhaling your arms up overhead or hands to heart center, if that feels good for you, and take a few deep breaths here. You're nice and strong, firmly grasping the soil beneath your roots. One more deep breath. Bring the knee in and send it back. We're going to set up for warrior two on the other side. So remember, arch of the back foot comes to the heel or in line. Front knee is bent at 90 degrees. Pelvis is 45. Heart is open to the side. Arms are up and out, reaching in opposite directions. Gaze is over the front middle finger. Shoulder blades are down and back. Nice, strong and long. Check that knee. Make sure it's not falling in. One more deep breath here. We're going to inhale, arms up overhead, straight, and straighten that front leg. Exhale, press the palms down, bend the front knee. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. One more, inhaling up, exhaling down. When you're ready, straighten that front leg. Shift all your weight to your left hip, pressing into the inner thigh here and reaching the fingertips forward. And when you can't reach any further, drop that right hand to the outside shin. Maybe your block is here. And reach that left hand up to the ceiling. Shoulders are stacked. Gaze is either up at the ceiling, out to the side. Wherever it is, just try to find something to focus on and breathe. One more breath here. Bring that left hand down to the mat, move the block, send that right foot back to meet the left. Plank position, gently lowering down, bending at the elbows, and just let your whole body rest on the mat. Nice job, everyone. Send your arms out behind you. They're next to you, but reaching down towards your hips. Your fingertips are facing your toe, like reaching towards your toes. Chin is on the mat. We're going to take a nice deep inhale. And on our exhale, we're going to lift our knees and our legs up off the mat and our palms and our chest. So we are in locust. It's like a version of Superman. Back is engaged. Everything on our posterior chain is engaged. Crown of the head is reaching towards the front of the mat. Take a few deep breaths. And on your next exhale, gently lower down. Nice job. Arms come out to a T. Take a nice inhale and bring that right hand underneath the right shoulder. And as you exhale, press the right side of your body off of the mat, peeling it off the mat. You can send that right leg behind your left leg, and we're really just pressing into our left shoulder, stretching our chest. Head can rest on the mat. Take one more nice deep inhale. And exhale, gently lower the right side of your body back down to the mat. Send that right arm out to a T. Just take a breath or two here. Recenter your body. And on your next inhale, bring your left arm underneath your left shoulder. And as you exhale, peel the left side of your body off the mat, pressing into your right shoulder, opening up your right front of your shoulder, chest. Beautiful. Your head can rest on the mat if that feels good. Take one more deep breath here. And as you exhale, gently lower the left side of your body back down to the mat. Hands come out to a T. Take a couple deep breaths. Bring your palms underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes just to help lift. We're going to lift up and send our hips back into child's pose. So we're going to sink our hips back down onto our heels. Take our knees a little bit wider if you need to. Just take a few deep breaths here. On your next inhale, come up to tabletop. Swing your legs underneath. We're going to come to seated, sending our legs out long. We are going to gently lower down one vertebrae at a time. So your arms can come out straight to balance you, and you're just going to start to roll under. Try to use as much of your core as you can. Beautiful. Bring the knees into the chest. Give them a nice hug. Shake them left to right. Let the knees fall open, feet are still touching. Grab your big toes with your two-piece fingers. Pull the knees in towards the armpits and press the heels up towards the ceiling. Pressing your low back into the mat. You can rock from side to side. Massaging your lower back. Take one more deep breath here. Bring the heels to touch, release your finger grasp, and send the legs out nice and long. Shake anything out you might need to. Come to your comfortable laying down Shavasana position. Roll your shoulder blades underneath. Maybe you tilt your pelvis. Maybe you set your blocks underneath your knees to give you a little prop. Whatever you need to do to get comfortable in this moment. And when you're ready, gently close your eyes. Start to send rejuvenating breath to the body. Start to scan your body, starting at the feet, your toes, up your feet, through the ankles, releasing any tension you might feel in any parts of your body. Go up the shins, through the knees, up the thighs, your pelvis area, front and back. Your low back area, up the spine, mid back, all the way to the upper back. The belly, any tension you might have in your belly or discomfort, just breathe into it. In your chest, your shoulders, down the arms, through the elbows to the forearms, out the wrists, all the way out the fingertips. Any tension you might have in your neck, Release any tension in your jaw. Relax your eyebrow ridge, your forehead, and let the tongue fall from the top of your mouth. Try to let any thoughts you might be having pass by. Just come back to your breath. Start to notice your breath. Maybe you deepen your breath. Maybe you make some small movements in your feet, in your hands. And when you're ready, keeping your eyes closed, rolling over to your right side, tucking the knees in, and using the arms to cradle the head. When you're ready, keeping your eyes closed, if you can, press up to your comfortable seated position. Maybe, hopefully, you're feeling a little bit more centered and in the moment, rejuvenated and refreshed. Dropping the hands down to the side. Inhaling the arms up overhead, pressing the palms together. Exhaling as the thumbs trace down the midline, stopping at heart center. Carrying a little bit of peace and serenity with you throughout the rest of your day or your weekend. Thank you for practicing for yourself today. Let's take one final breath together. Inhaling fully and exhaling completely. Namaste. That was long, I'm sorry.